Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Today's video was made possible by the people at Lumintop. Lumintop is a flashlight manufacturer, and they reached out to me to see if I would review one of their most popular EDC flashlights. Today we'll take a look at the Lumintop Tool AAA 110 lumen keychain EDC flashlight. Now, so far my experience has been pretty cool. The people at Lumintop had me basically just purchase this flashlight off the Amazon website. Now, the Amazon store seems to be where they have a bulk of their flashlights available. In this particular case, they sent me a coupon and allowed me to purchase it direct off Amazon. So I did receive this in about 2 days with Amazon Prime. So it worked out pretty nice in that regard. It seems as though these flashlights do come out of China in general. And so instead of me having to wait a couple of weeks for this thing to come out of China, they actually allowed me to purchase it straight off their store on Amazon. And I did receive it within 2 days. So I have it here and I'm going to open it up and take a quick look. So this is how I received the package straight from Amazon. Has a nice little box. www.lumintop.com. Taking a quick look at the package, you'll see here that it does come in a nice little plastic case. All the components inside. Just taking a quick look at the back of the package, this Lumintop AAA keychain flashlight utilizes an XP-G2 LED for up to 110 lumens using a single AAA battery. It says this flashlight is 3.2 inches long and 0.53 ounces. This flashlight has 3 modes and 2 ways to change it, whether you're pressing the tail cap or you're using the front head to swivel and change between your modes. So again, there are 3 modes for this flashlight. There's a 5 lumen, 32 lumen, and 110 lumen mode. This appears to have a beam distance of approximately 47 meters. It's made out of aluminum, has some texturing. Curious to see what this thing looks like. Now here is the flashlight coming out of its exterior package. It comes in a little plastic case, which to me actually I can see already is going to serve me with another purpose. I think I'm going to actually be able to use this little box to make me a lightweight med kit capable of holding just enough bandages and things that I need. So right off the get-go, I'm pretty excited that I get dual purpose out of this product. And inside here, obviously, you can see the flashlight. So let me dig this out and we'll see what it came with. Alright, so here you see the flashlight. It's definitely small. It was factory fit with the clicky tail cap, but this particular one also did come with a magnetic tail clip, which I suspect I will probably use. It came with a little clip, an additional clicky button in case the first one gets damaged, and some spare O-rings. So just taking a quick look at some of the detail here. I mean, you have some real nice, I guess you'd call it knurling, sort of like a tread pattern on the barrel for grip. Looks like it was very nicely machined. This pocket clip is reversible. Now right now it's in the down position, allowing me to carry it in my pocket, but you can flip it around in case you wanted to attach this to like a brim of a hat or something like that, which honestly I think that's probably what I do. I find on flashlights I tend not to really use the pocket clip too much, and keep in mind that this is intended on being a keychain flashlight, so if you're going to carry it that way, it might be advantageous to have this clip flipped around so that you could easily attach it to the brim of a hat or maybe even the strap on the top of a backpack if you wanted to use this thing as a light to illuminate your way while you're hiking. So I think I'd actually probably flip that around in order to do so. So there's usually a couple of ways you can go about reversing this clip. First is I can either literally pop the clip off of this side and reattach it to this, flipping it in the opposite direction. Or what I usually like to try to do with flashlights like this is see if the threads are the same on both the head and the tail. And in this case, it does appear to be so. So I can simply flip this around, switch sides with the tail cap, reinsert my battery and the head, and there I go. Reverse the clip. So that's pretty cool. That's actually kind of a nice little feature. So now getting into a little bit more of the functionality and detail. Here I currently have this set up with the clicky tail cap. Now as I click this, I'm hoping you can hear that there is a real solid positive click. Now there is no intermediate click on this particular light, and there are two ways to actually operate this. So first is if you have the head screwed down all the way, then the tail cap is what actually operates the light. If you click fast enough, you do go between low, high, medium, low, high, medium, back to low. So there are a couple of ways to operate this light, and in fact the way that you operate the light when you put the magnetic tail cap on is through swiveling the front of the light. And same as I was saying with the clicky, you know, if you swivel it fast enough, you end up with your three modes. So low, high, medium, low. Now some subtle details on the head of this flashlight. You'll notice on the inside there is a slight orange peel effect. That's pretty much going to help to diffuse the light, create a little bit of a wider, softer pattern. So in reality, because this head is small, that's actually probably an advantage because you're really not going to get too much in the way of a fire throw anyway on such a small flashlight. So to have a pattern that's nice and soft and wide and capable of illuminating close-up objects, to me that's an advantage. Additionally, a subtle detail that you may or may not be able to pick up on the inside of this, there's a green stripe. That's basically a stripe that glows after this light's been on for a little bit. So in the dark, you can see this illuminating a slight little bit. I mean, it's very subtle and it's, you know, it's not very, very bright, but at the same time, it is some attention to detail and a neat little feature. Taking a quick look at this flashlight with the magnetic tail cap, you may notice that this at this point is significantly smaller in size than it was with the clicky tail cap. This thing's basically the size of my pinky finger, so very, very small. I opted to add the keychain lanyard to this particular cap because I feel as though this is the way I'm probably going to carry it. So I'll commit to the reverse pocket clip with the keychain sort of lanyard so I can hang it off my keys, and this to me is an optimum way for this light to be set up. As discussed before, at this point the only way I can turn on this light is by swiveling the head into the on or off position, and by cycling fast enough I can make it through my modes. So again, high, medium, low, high, medium, low. To turn it off, quarter turn, disengage the battery, and you're done. Part of the reason why I opt to carry this flashlight the way it is because, at least for me, the added functionality of the magnetic tail cap will come into play. You know, I do a lot of inspections, and then I also do a lot of work around the house where I have metallic things around, such as a toolbox. And so for me to be able to take the light and fix it to a toolbox or maybe a part on my car or something like that actually has quite a bit of purpose and works out pretty well for my intended need. So to add this magnetic tail cap, in my opinion, is very advantageous. So something else I'm weighing into this is how I carry my EDC system. This particular keychain I have on me every single day. I have these keys on me no matter what. I need them for home and I need them for work, so they're guaranteed going to be on my person. And for that reason, having the keychain flashlight here is a really great bonus. It works out very well in the fact that no matter what I do, I'm going to have a nice, easy, pocketable flashlight on me at all times. Now, one of the things I try to be realistic about is how I'm going to use this flashlight. This, to me, would not be considered my primary light. And in fact, this is pretty much like a secondary light or a backup light for me. I do a lot of inspections in an industrial facility, and so I always have a pretty substantial light on me. So this, to me, would either be a backup in case I don't happen to have a light on me, and if I need one for at least close-up viewing of specific things, but at minimum, it's nice to know that no matter what I do, I at least have a small light source capable of finding my way through my facility, even if the lights go out or if I need to inspect something close up. Alright, so just a real quick test outside. I mean, here I am in my yard. This is the low mode, and there's certainly at least enough light to be able to see this fence. That fence is about 20 feet in front of me. Decent illumination. I mean, if I'm standing up and I had to walk through a particular location, at least I'd have enough light as to not step or trip on something, and I could probably make it through any set of woods if I had to. So in that regard, it's pretty good. Putting it on the high mode, this is actually a pretty considerable amount of light. Now I'm definitely able to define what I'm looking at. Has a reasonable throw. You'll notice the central hot spot is nice and bright, reasonably tight, and there is a considerable amount of splash on the side of the light. So if I illuminate the log specifically right now, you'll see that even the fence beside the log has a good amount of light that's thrown. So there is a good hot spot, but also a good amount of secondary illumination on the sides of the beam. And on medium, not quite as intense as on high, but still pretty substantial amount of light, and I think this is more than suitable to get you through an area if the lights go out or if you had to do some quick close-up inspections on something. And then even in fact, if you look at the side of my house, I'm still able to illuminate a pretty good amount up the side of my house. So at least in terms of the ability to look at things at a reasonably close distance and even at a reasonably far distance away, I'd say maybe as much as 60 or 70 feet, you can do a pretty good job on the medium setting. So if you look at the throw on high, it's actually pretty solid in terms of your ability to see a good distance away. The fence that you see far away there is probably 80 feet, and it's quite clear in what you're able to see. So, you know, obviously I'm able to light up my deck completely. Let's hide that light, and, you know, it's getting difficult to make things out. So that's actually really pretty solid for this tiny little light. All right, and just one final comparison of the three modes. Here you see low, high, medium, and low again. High, medium, and low. All right, so there you have it, guys. A quick review of an excellent EDC item. This is the Lumintop Tool AAA EDC flashlight. So that's my review. I hope it's something you'd find to be useful for you. I know it certainly is for me. For reasonably short money, you can put a flashlight in your pocket that's more than capable of giving you at least decent light for most situations. And more importantly, it's a little peace of mind to know that if you need it, you have it. It's comfortable, it's small, it's quality, well crafted, nice features, pretty sweet. So I'm excited. This is a cool little product for me. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like what you saw. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.